gaan in Engels.
Yes.
Marcell, obviously you guys had a really good win last week. And I know it's not a home game, but it's I suppose Ellis Park is as close to home as you guys can get. How important is firstly continuity, another win, and what is the key to this game in terms of your bigger picture URC and perhaps going into the Challenge Cup later?
No, it's massive. No, look, it's never easy traveling to over the Jukskei to Ellis Park. We know the Lions. They've got if you've been following them this recent seasons, they've really grown as a squad. Full 80-minute team. Got attacking variations all over the park. Good counter attackers and set piece game. So no, look, I think first of all it's respect that comes to mind. But then also excitement. After the good win on the weekend, we just want to continue with that form and continuity that's been built. And looking at the URC, we're fairly looking good. And we've got 2 games in hand as well, and we want to make the most of it, So no, this weekend will definitely be an important one on our list.
Okay.
How's that?
I was the Marcell, just one for me. Seeing a bit of grey in the beard there. I mean, what's it like running with guys like Cam and Wizard and Alric now? I mean, you still fill the leadership role, but from a playing perspective, what's it like being part of that mix now and a crucial part, as Jan said, of the season?
Yeah, look, if you look at all the loose forwards at the moment at the Vodacom Bulls, it's top quality, So it keeps you on your game and it forces you to be sharp. And I think playing with the likes of like Aldrich, that's got some Springbok experience as well now, you can see the maturity that comes with that. As well with Cameron, we thought we saw a real good picture of him in the first season, but take away this season, he's just grown immensely, And I think that is the progression that's being shown in development at the Bulls, And yeah, look, and you got Marco van Staden also in the mix, still needs to come back. So no, look, it's a fair bunch of competitiveness all around the park, but healthy competition. I think it forces everyone to stay in the game. And yeah, for me personally, just maybe I have to shave my beard then as well.
Thanks very much, Marcell.
Sharp, man.
Hi, Marcell. Is there any specific area you feel the team needs to improve on to take on when they take on the Lions on Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. I think I mentioned the Lions are full 80 team, and I think the last 20 minutes in our game last weekend, we kind of just let our foot off the pedal, and you can't afford that with the Lions. They look like a fit team, and they throw the ball around wide to wide, and we have to match that. I think the impact of the bench is going to be immense going to this weekend, and yeah, look, it's like I said, they've got threats all over the park, and it's all about matching those areas. But to make it a full 80 game, we have to go full 80 if we want to be successful against these guys.
Thanks, Marcell. Good luck.
Cool.
Okay. Carl Fabian.
Marcell, thanks for the opportunity. I mean, we've got no more say in the Investec Champions Cup. You guys are all playing for the EPCR Cup. But I was just now on a Zoom with the Lions, and they agreed that winning the South African pool or conference is a lot higher, more important for you guys. Is that true?
No, look, I think no, look, I think the whole mindset regarding our franchises, whatever format we compete in, we want to compete to the fullest, And obviously, the Investec Cup didn't go too well for us, but luckily we have a chance now with the EPCR now challenge. And yeah, look, every format we approach, we want to give it our 110%, And but in the same saying that we have a mantra here, we take it weekend by weekend. And I think this game against the Lions, we can't really look past that for now. It's going to be a tough derby game there at their home. And it's the one thing the boys are approaching with respect. And then we'll tick the other boxes as the season progresses.
Can we expect a little bit of more action and aggression because it's a derby?
Yeah, 100%. I think we are South Africans and the unions. We're very proud of our unions, and our heritages, and I think it's always a bit spicy and a bit more extra punch to a derby game. And not just this game, but I think all around the board, there's always that little bit of extra that goes into, like the Lions said, you want to be top of your conference, and that I think that just adds to the spice and the fuel to this game.
Appreciate it, sir.
Marcell.
Cool. Thanks, Carl. Can we then take one from Brendan? After Brendan, Ashfaq. From Ashfaq, we go to Ken Bolland, followed by Nicholas Saul.
How's it, Marcell? Sorry, man. I was trying to find the mute button there. What watched you the other day, standing there on the field, obviously with your family of your 50th, and obviously looking rather proud after that game. Just wondering, you're at the stage of your career, and I'm sure you won't mind me saying that, you're at the latter stage of your career rather than the beginning. And you've played a lot of games for a lot of sides, but standing there, I mean, what still motivates you? What still drives you at this moment? And just how special was that moment for you? I know you've played 50 for other clubs as well.
Yeah, look, every 50 that you've achieved so far in your career, it was a massive honor and privilege, But I must say, particular for the Vodacom Bulls, playing 50th for this team. It's a team I've supported since I was at a young age, and really to stand there afterwards with the result going our way, the team made it very special with your family, with your baby, with you and your wife. Yeah, you can't put that into words. It's just an extremely proud moment, just to kind of reflect and see how long you've come as a player. From a guy coming from Port Natal, you always had dreams and aspirations to play rugby, and you never knew where the road's going to take you, and it took you to 3 franchises, playing over 50 caps for them, and also Bok caps as well. So, no, look, it was just a moment of reflection and gratefulness to see how far you've come. But yeah, it was one of my goals coming to the Vodacom Bulls. I wanted to win a trophy with the franchise, and I wanted to achieve more than 50 caps, and look, you've achieved that. But now you sort of sit back and see where you can really add value more as a player, not just on the field but off the field. Grooming guys like maybe Cameron Hanekom and other young guys coming through the system as well. Just giving back your experience and just help the team develop and leave it in a better place. So no, look, that drives me culturally off the field. But yeah, on the field, you're just trying to assert your dominance and just keep pushing for a position, till the wheels fall off, I suppose.
Marcell, just another one, just this phase with the derbies against the South African teams. You normally have quite a few derbies, but you don't have them all in a row. Like the next 4 weeks or the next 4 games are hugely important to you guys' campaign. I suppose in that way, also the easiest question is that you have to get off to a good start.
Yeah, 100%. No, look, it's like I said earlier, it's going to be massive this weekend. We and the Lions, we have a lot of mutual respect for each other. We catch each other a lot on the travels, on the airports, and it's very close by. A lot of them guys live here in Pretoria, so we fairly know quite a few of them, and there's a mutual respect amongst each other. But I'm sure this weekend, it's everyone wants the top prize. So no, it's going to be lethal. Awesome.
Hey Marcell, is Ashok hier, so gaan het?
Hi Ashok, gaat het goed met jou?
Lekker, is maar warm hier so in die Kaap. Jy het gepraat van die Lions en julle moet 'n 80 minute span wees teen 'n span soos hulle wat ook lyk om met die bal te jol en dit. Maar in sulke situasies is dit miskien 'n plan om sommige tye die spel te bietjie stadig te maak ook nou en dan nie. Want sommige tye kan jy so in 'n hoë risiko, hoë tempo tipe spel in wees dat jy vergeet van wat is belangrik. Sommige tye moet jy maar paal toe skop en na 3 punte vat of 'n scrum in plaas van 'n lynsan en dit daardie tipe dinge.
Ja, nee, ek stem 100% saam met jou. Ek dink dit is een area wat ons ook reg gekry het die naweek, wanneer om dit vinnig te maak en wanneer om dit stadig te maak. En veral in jou halfte, jy wil nie te veel onnodige risiko's vat nie. En ek dink ons het dit baie goed gebalanseer. Toe ons nou die naweek en hulle 22 kom, was die bene meer varser en ons kon meer akkuraat wees in hoe ons wou aangeval het, En party het ons ook palle toe gegaan dat ons geweet het wat ons moet hoeveel punte ons nodig moes gekry het om deur te gaan na die volgende ronde toe, jy weet. So nee, ek dink dit is iets waar ons regtig bietjie tyd in spandeer het af die veld, en ons leiers het mooi gechat, hoe kan ons bietjie slimmer dit nader in 'n positiewe manier, jy weet, met die nuwe reëls wat inkom met die lynstaande van 30 sekondes en al daai goed, forceer dit jou om bietjie nog tempo op te sit, maar jy kan dit altyd beheer om slim te wees, jy weet. So nee, ek dink dit is 'n area wat hierdie naweek ook 'n groot rol sal speel.
En net laastens, Marcell, dink jy het julle ritme gevind weer met bal in hand? Ons weet in die 4 nederlaags was maar op en af. Sommige tye het julle mooi drie gedruk en ander tye versukkels maar met die lyn staan of die raks gaan teen julle. Voel jy nou julle daai ritme terug nou nadat julle soveel drie gedruk net in tyd vir die Jukskei?
Ja, ek dink ons jy weet, baie van ons aanvalplanne kom van lynstaande af en scrums, en dit is 'n area waar ons as voorspelers baie hard mee werk, en ek dink in die vorige wedstryde het ons nie altyd die beste resultate gekry by die lynstaande nie, maar ek dink ouens soos wat Roan Oké wat teruggekom het met sy ervaring en sy kalmte, Reinhard Ludwig ook, en dit maak 'n groot verskil, jy weet. Wat niks weg van Jeff van Heerden wat hy vir ons gedoen het. Dis 'n speler wat gegroei het grootliks in hierdie tyd toe hulle nou afwesig was en so. Maar ek dink ervaring, jy weet, jy kan dit koop nie, dit kom met tyd, en ek dink Roan en Reinhard Ludwig is al baie mooi ingesettel in daai area, en ek dink dit bring 'n bietjie daai kalmte in die groot oomblikke van die 22, en ek dink ook die spelers se verstaan wanneer om regtig nou vooruit te gaan en wanneer om nie die paas te forceer of so nie, net om maar een rak weer op te sit, maak 'n groot verskil, jy weet, net die understanding is, jy weet, om te weet wanneer om die besluite te maak, en ek dink die besluitnemers en die manne wat die game beheer het, soos Johan Goosen en Boeta toe hy nou ook opgekom het, was great geweest, en ons almal net van dit af gevier, ja, so.
Yes, dankie. Thanks, Lunga.
Hi, Marcell. Congratulations on your 50th.
Thank you very much.
Just how important was it? Brendan mentioned you've got this run of local derbies coming up in the ERC now, and just how important was it? How timely was it for you guys to break your losing streak last week?
Yeah, no, massive. You know, look, if you represent the Vodacom Bulls, it's a rich franchise with a great history, you know. So every loss we take it twice as hard, and with that run of losses, it wasn't ideal. But in saying that, there was also areas we identified through failure where we can be better, where we can rectify certain things, and where we were lacking certain stuff. And I think we identified that, and we managed to adapt accordingly to that. And I think that showed over the weekend, and how we controlled the game management, set pieces pulled off well, and the execution, you know. So I think, yeah, look, there was a lot of hard lessons. We had deep chats in that week building up to that, and just to help get our rhythm back in confidence, and because we always knew we could play rugby, you know, it was never a case of doubting our identity. It was just about execution at the end of the day, and I think that kind of bit us in important games, and we managed to use our opportunities more than previous games, and I think we would like to build on that going to the Lions.
And then just lastly for me, you mentioned wanting to compete 100% in all formats. You obviously kept yourselves alive in Europe, Challenge Cup though, but there's been a lot of talk lately from pundits and coaches and administrators about the difficulties South African teams face being competitive in the Champions Cup especially. But players haven't really been asked their feelings. What do you feel needs to be done for South African teams to be more competitive in the Champions Cup?
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, whatever gets decided upstairs, you know, we players don't have influence there. I think we can only control what we can, and whoever's team gets picked, and we adapt accordingly to that, you know. So no, we will leave that trust and decision making to the leadership upstairs, yeah.
Thank you. Good luck Saturday.
Thank you, Kenneth. Nicholas?
Yes, good afternoon, Marcell. So you did speak earlier on the threats that the Lions pose, and they did have a strong start to the URC and a great game against Dragons last week. But they did have a few losses in the middle, and they're now 12th on the log in the URC. Do the Bulls see them as an easier fixture compared to some of the Challenge Cup matches you guys had recently?
No, not at all. No, not at all. Look, with any derby game that you play in South Africa, it's going to be massive, and everyone's going to bring their A game, and I think they were very unlucky in certain games that they played. They're a well-balanced team, they've got a strong set piece, and which they play a lot of variations from. They've got a good defensive system, where they attack your breakdowns, they make it hard for you. So no, not at all. I think we respect them, like I said earlier, we respect them first, and then we would like to implement what we want on the day, but it's no way going to be easy. If you take the previous games that we played against each other, it was always close games, and I think that comes with the hype and the build-up and the challenge that awaits us, So no, not at all.
Thanks. That's all for me, and all the best for the game.
Bye, Duncan.
Cool, thank you. Then can we take the last round from Cobus Klassen, Mawanda Mateza, and Stephen Petit?
Thanks, Lunga. Marcell, verskoon my as die vraag dalk reeds gevra is. Saterdag se wen, hoe nodig was dit vir julle selfvertroue om net weer 'n bietjie daai selfgeloof in die span terug te kry om te weet dat julle op daai vlak gaan speel?
Nee, grootliks. Nee, ek sal vir jou sê, het was 'n baie frustrerende paar weke gewees. Jy weet, ek het altyd gevoel ons speel goeie rugby en ons kom in die 22's, maar dan was dit klein foute wat ingekom het of 'n misbal vang hier of onnodige forceer of float daar of 'n lynstel wat nou nie mooi vir ons uitgewerk het nie, maar dis deel van die campaigns, jy weet, jy gaan bietjie deur daai fases gaan, maar dit gee jou geleentheid om net om te identifiseer wat werk en wat nie werk nie en hoe kreatief ons kan aanpas daarna. En ek voel hierdie naweek se wen vir die span se moraal was baie goed, maar nou is dit net oor kontinuïteit en ons wil dit opbou nou vorentoe, jy weet, en dit begin nou met die Lions daar by alles. So nee, ons sien baie uit. Dit gaan 'n baie goeie taak wees om aan te pak. En ons ons sien dit uit en ons hooplik kan ons daai selfde kontinuïteit en selfvertroue en ritme wat ons die naweek gedoen het net in die volgende wedstryd in plaas.
Thanks Marcell. Start vir Saterdag.
Baie dankie.
Mawande. Okay, cool. Stephen.
Thanks, Lunga. Hi, Marcell. Just looking ahead of the season now, obviously not ideally, having dropped out of the Champions Cup, but the Challenge Cup offers a really opportunity at winning a trophy, given the Sharks have done it. And then obviously the URC is the big one that the Bulls have been trying to get the last few years. Is this a case of sort of almost focusing on one competition, or do you sort of try and see how far you can get to both and then kind of make a call? How do you guys balance up your expectations for the two remaining competitions?
Yeah, look, it's firstly, it's great to be still in the hunt for the Challenge Cup, but if you look at the teams as well in that format, it's also teams that were very unlucky to fall out, and it's still top quality sides, So, no, I think the hunger will definitely be there to go full out there. And then also regarding our URC, where we're looking at this moment, we're looking fairly well with the 2 games in hand that we can really catch up with the other teams at top of us. So no, I think we're sitting in a good position now. It's unfortunate to have fallen out of the Investec Cup, but this gives us another opportunity for 2 trophies now, and I think it will be competitive in all 2 formats. How the management are going to juggle it with the squads that they want to choose and how they approach, we'll leave that into their hands and we back them whatever they decide. But for we as players, we tend to focus weekend on weekend, and this weekend we're playing against the Lions, and then we got the bye and then Stormers, So no, we'll juggle that accordingly, and I'm sure the management on top will plan accordingly to how we can be the best competitive team in both formats. So.
Thanks. All the best for the weekend.
Thanks,
Ronaldo.
Marcelo, analies so. Wat gaan jy hoor in terme van die span seleksies en die rotation van die squads oor die laaste paar weke? Hoe affekteer dit die top ouens, of soos Jake sal sê, die ouens wat hy elke week wil speel, die beste ouens in die span? Hoe affekteer dit julle ability om vorm te kry as 'n ou nie elke naweek kan speel nie en daar's obviously 'n groot roteringsbasis op die oomblik tussen die URC en obviously die Champions Cup. So wat is julle gevoel as squad rondom die rotasiebasis wat tans aan die gang is?
Ja, ek dink dit was van die begin af vir ons gesê, Nalies, die groot ding wat Jake wil doen is hy wil kompeterend wees in alle toernooie formate, maar hy wil ook 'n squad net bou wat hy juist kan kompeteer in al daai formats. En partykeer gaan jy maar partykeer jong ouetjies oorsee stuur om daai ervaring op te doen. En met die rotasie planne en al daai goed, ja, kyk, jy was selfs 'n speler. Dit vat jou so 2-3 wedstryde net weer om lekker in vorm in te kom. Maar ja, ek dink nou met almal wat so kompeterend om jou is en al daai goed sal jy maar dit vinnig korter moet maak en ja, ek dink ek dink die coaches kyk ook na kombinasies, wat is die beste vir u nie, wat se kombinasies pas ook beter na al daai goed. So ja, dit is baie belangrik wanneer jy elke keer 'n game kry of nou van die bank af is of jy begin, jy moet die meeste van dit maak. Jy moet daai iets spesiaal wys wat binne jou is dat die coaches nie jou kan miskyk nie. En ek dink dit sit almal op hulle beste tone en ja, kyk oor die spelers se gevoel, dis 'n lang seisoen, Nalies, en ek dink hoe meer jy vars lywe met die einde van die seisoen ook kan hê, hoe beter, jy weet, maar ja, daar is besluitnemings wat die coaches net slimmer moet wees oor wie hulle wil kombineer met wat en hoe hulle dinge beplan, jy weet, en soos ek gesê het, ons adapt net met dit.
Sterkte vir die naweek.
Dankie, Nalies.
Thank you so much.